Good TP5. Yep, I'll be trading Wednesday. What's good, Insta? Good, Ryan. Good, Lulu. Good, Connor. Good, Dan. Good, Carter. La Stava. What's up, brother? Good trading. Good trading to you, brother. What's good, Musa? Giddily Flocks? Damn, good morning to you too, I guess. I'm good. I'm really good. One more exam? Do it, brother. I'll put the analysis here. All right, put in the outlook for the day. Small inside range day is likely, and high day to be priced to. The main objective for today is previous day's high. However, London low / freak. Safety protocol day. Safety protocol day. So I'm gonna put this here too. So this will be the analysis for NQES. Pretty clear, I'd say. I want to copy that. Go to the journal. This needs to be bigger. I'm just gonna plop this chart in here. It's trippy. It makes go smaller. Okay. Yeah, put that in there. We don't need all those spaces. Damn, we don't even need. Pretty serious. There you go. We're setting up our daily journal. Yeah, it's not much I want to put there. I would love to see a Santa rally. NQ/ES outlook. Likely a range day. Let's say safety protocol range day / inside day likely, previous day, and low of day, both potential draws. Put that in there. So if you're on TikTok right now, you probably cannot see what I'm doing because your screen is small. If you're on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm doing. You can see the full screen. So I'm just putting into my daily journal. So here we have the dollar index. On dollar index, we're in a kind of similar scenario. We've already taken previous day low, previous week low, previous day high. It's good, JJ. So it's genuinely 50-50 for me on dollar. PXY is 50-50 as well. Inside day or SND likely. Previous week's high, sorry, previous week low, or both potential targets for the day. As long as we follow the trade checklist, we should be fine. If we take a look at the YM, pretty much the same thing. Previous day low, previous day high. It's also pretty 50-50. Previous day high. Now, I prefer previous day's high, but there's really no telling. YM is 50-50 as well. Inside day, let's see. Right. So we can clearly see that it's quite 50-50 going into open. No real key observations. So gonna put that in the journal. I'll just put here DXY also 50-50. Could go previous week low. Could go previous day high. We'll just leave that in there. We can close the journal now. Open up the chart, start answering questions. Appreciate you guys coming through. Weekend was amazing, brother. Appreciate you for asking. So, zoom in here. So, I'm leaning towards, honestly, nothing. I'm not leaning towards anything. I want to take longs towards previous day's high. Whether that looks like that or it looks like this, either or, I'm happy with both. But there's equal lows here, which is SMT, by the way. Just kind of have to wait. What's up, Kingpin? NQ or gold? This is NQ. I have recovered for the most part. Not fully, but for the most part. How many macro should I start with? Well, if you're brand new, first time, haven't even taken one trade, just take one micro, bro. See how you feel when you win or lose. One micro, no damage done. What would you recommend after watching the whole ICT 2022? You need to start backtesting now. You can watch ICT 2024 or 2023 while you backtest, but you need to start backtesting. It's time to start getting data, practice, confidence. Weekend was good. I went to the Raptors game. Went to the VIP theater. Neutral bias today. Range day bias. I'm happy taking longs or shorts depending on what I see. How do you backtest? You get TradeZella, set up the session, skip to your time frame desired, skip to your time of day desired. For me, it's 9:30 open. You start reading price and taking trades. And journal. Side tech, I think that's very possible, yeah. We take buy side and tap the daily CB. Yeah, that would be great too. I'm happy with either side today. We just have to make sure we follow our Safety protocol. If you guys didn't know, by the way, Alpha Futures has buy one get one free. So if you don't have this is probably only good for you if you're trying to get max allocation. Let me tell you guys the parameters before everyone goes crazy. Previous week's low, not for Nasdaq. Previous week's low for dollar index, which is right here. So meaning if dollar index were to take that, right, I'd be bullish on Nasdaq. That's why I put that in my journal. Guys, screen is black. I don't know. But what I do know is Alpha Futures has buy one get one free. Wait, that's not right. Oh shoot, I never posted it. 1 second. One moment. It's buy one get one free. This is only good. Listen, this is not for everyone. So listen closely. It's only good if you're trying to go for max allocation. Okay? You have 2 days with buy one get one free and 10% off to get max allocation. This account, this is the one that I use. I love the standard account. That's my favorite account because it requires the least amount of wins to request a payout or to be eligible for a payout. Um, Alternatively, you could go for a $15,000 max payout if that's your style. It's not really my style, but to be honest, I might just send it on my alpha accounts now because buy one get one free. I can basically, well, I guess I'd have to blow one, right? Because I don't want 4, I want 3 funded. So I don't know. We'll figure out the math later, but the idea is it's a buy one get one free. So 2 for the price of 1. If you want to go for 3, I would only recommend this for you if you want to go for 3 funded accounts with Alpha Futures. Obviously 50Ks, they're not 150Ks. Oh, if they were 150Ks, I would be risking my entire balance right now. I would just switch. I'm thinking see if I can go for 750. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you should risk more on evals. I mean, in my opinion, unless your goal is just to practice trading, right? Then it doesn't matter how much you risk at all. You could risk one micro. You could risk $0 and just paper trade. Yes, you can get the 10% off as well. So 10% and buy one get one. 2 for 1 special. It's hot. Yo, I might have to change. I might have to change into a shirt. If I'm gonna trade well today. If I'm gonna trade well today. Have to that would be nice, but the thing is, it's hard to run promotions for the standard account because you gen wait, we got the SMT at sell side. It could be one-sided up from here, guys. Straight to previous day's high. Hold up. I'm gonna miss it. I was thinking maybe we buy that breaker to previous day's high, but it's literally gone. Would we even have 1.7R? It's so gone. It's so gone. It's literally so gone. Anyways, I'm literally gonna remove that. By the way, I take it back what I said. It's not, when I say so gone, I don't mean it's done. I just meant you cannot execute this breaker anymore. ES is trading down here. Okay, I'm gonna switch to regular trading hours. The gap's gonna be small as shit. I already know. It's gonna be a small ass gap. Oh my god, it's a big gap. That's not bad at all. We can definitely work with that. We can definitely work with that. So mark out your opening range gap quadrant. Opening range gap is a great thing to aim for, especially when you're expecting range day bias. So we don't need this true day opens. Get rid of that. Get rid of that stuff. So if you want a sniper entry, this breaker block fair value gap combo. Not a bad trade for an eval. Previous day high sits at 868. Oh yeah, man. Buy one get one free plus 10% off. I really probably I'm gonna change into ES tripping. Just give it some time. Give it some time. It's gonna get there. Gonna get there. Straight to previous day's high. That's your breaker unicorn setup. Very nice. I gotta change into a shirt. YM. YM's not that behind. Not as behind as it seems. I know it looks bad, but actually it's taking previous day's low maybe. We got a triple cracking correlation, guys. Why not buy ES now? Let me ask you a question. How do you know ES is gonna follow NASDAQ instead of NASDAQ follow ES? How do you know which one's gonna switch up? You know? How do you know? You don't know. One took buy side, one took sell side. Which one's the real one? I don't know. Is there a clear bias for the day? No. It's already 50-50 for today. So there's no way I can know which one is going to lead, which one's going to lag. If I was clear, I was like, oh, I'm bullish today, looking for longs. Okay, then I can buy yes, maybe. But it's not that. That's not the scenario, right? Can't buy yes. Although, we could potentially look for shorts because opening range gap, I want to target that today. I want to target that today. I like the opening range gap. Yeah, impulse buys on Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean it's so fit. Like realistically, it's so 50-50 on everything right now. Just wait. No rush. Let's keep a 5 minute chart here. Asia lows. I mean, we just took them on ES. So, oh wait, did we? No, we didn't. I don't want to see Asia lows actually. Personally, I'd rather that stay. I mean, in the narrative of looking for longs. Like if I was looking for longs, I would not want to see Asia lows. From here though, maybe. Y and Q and ES beefing. Just a low probability day. You just have to be patient. Right now, what I want to look for, honestly, either previous day's high slash here or in here. Either or. I'm happy with both. Um, I'm happy with both, but I have to wait for one side to get taken. ES has not taken Asia lows. Well, technically the 20 time frame, yeah, but There's still like there's still ETH lows down there, you know. Hmm. Yeah, I would love to see previous day's high maybe and then lower, or vice versa. I want to just take something from extreme of the range, targeting in the range. But we still have to follow our trade checklist. So the indices have to align. There needs to be intermarket analysis supporting the trade. Still needs to be an A plus setup, right? Right now, dollar's kind of moving higher. So it makes sense that the other ones are moving lower. Didn't know about love. Oh, 50% of that gap just traded too. Working below the sell side um, on ES. Which platform do you use for? I use AlphaTix personally. You guys, I really gotta change. I gotta change into a shirt. I'm not gonna be able to focus unless I change into a shirt. I would not look for no. I'm not gonna short inside the range. I need to see the extremes get taken. Give me one sec, guys. Give me one sec. Literally sweating, bro. Also drank tea, and I'm also still kind of sick. So I'm like dying. I'm actually dying. I can't see you. It is what it is, bro. Don't care that much. At least I tried. All right, we're locked in. If I have two alpha accounts, do I get forward? If you buy two alpha accounts now with the code in the next today or tomorrow, then you get two more 50K standard. It's the 50K standard promotion, just to make that clear. Drop the journal. Which journal? My personal journal or my Notion temp or what? Why don't we have Africa session? I don't think they're allowed to trade in Africa. Yeah, this alpha promo is goaded, bro. I'm thinking about. I'm listen, guys. I know it's December. I know it's December, but I love the standard account. So I'm genuinely thinking we just freaking full port it. Like I just full port my alpha fundeds. Not like full port my funded, but like like risk up. It's just for standards, unfortunately. If it was on zeros, I think that'd be a little bit too OP. One note, one note journal. The standard is the best, bro. Listen, I know there's an activation fee, but standard is the best, bro. It really is the best. Trust me. Trust me when I say it's the best. Because you can request 100% of your profits and and you don't need minimum trading days. You can literally win 3 times and request a payout. That's the only account in the literal platform history. History. What's the promotion? It's buy one get one free 50K standard accounts, and if you use my code, it's 10% off too. So 10% off, buy one get one free for the next 2 days. This is good. This is good for someone who wants to get max allocation. Um, with Alpha Futures, I guess for 2026. Like, if you guys do this, please don't like lose your accounts before 2026, unless you like have the money and you're just going for it. But like, I don't know. I'm just saying, please don't do it and then just lose your accounts because that would suck. Like, take advantage of the promotion, but then trade them when a good time comes. You know, we could move higher here. If it was macro OB, maybe I would take that, but I better wait for a fair value gap. It's kind of sloppy. Especially taking no trade. Well, it's 9:40, bro. It's been 10 minutes, bro. You gotta be patient. Be patient. I know. I wish it was other accounts too. I would get it so fast. You still got a girlfriend? Bro, of course. Of course. I just went to the Raptors game. I just went to the basketball game with her yesterday. It was really fun, bro. I can't lie. It was really fun. You guys have never been to a basketball game? I uh I recommend it. My girlfriend's my biggest supporter without her I'd be cut. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of guys out there that think getting a girl is like a nerf. It's not a nerf, guys. It's a buff. You just need to get the right girl. If you don't get the right girl, then it's a nerf. Then it's a nerf. But if you get the right girl, it's not a nerf. It's a buff. How would you go if sell side will get sub will continue to man, don't trade. If it just goes down, sell side, like anything in here, I'm okay taking longs from. It can take sell side and go lower. It could go to Asia lows, which I believe is somewhere down here, or at least S&T Asia lows, which is possible. But you know, then I don't even know about love. I think ES still has lower. Oh no, we did take Asia lows. You're right. ES has officially taken out Asia sell side. Low of day, I should say. So a reversal is plausible. Possible again. I want to see fair value gaps and stuff form. I don't want to really take a trade right now. See a fair value gap. Whoa, what just happened? Do I get a free account for live or is it just a month? Like until you have to pass the account that you get. What is the opening range gap for me, please? The opening range gap. Listen closely. I'm gonna say it one time. It's the difference in price from yesterday's or last trading session close and today's session open. So yesterday we closed down here. We finished trading at 25733. Today when we started trading, we started right here. So you measure the opening and the close, you get a gap. There was no trading in this price action. It's a void. This is what a real liquidity void is. There's literally no orders that were filled here. So very good objective for trading. In fact, I may even short this inversion targeting org 0. It's a little bit early. Not the cleanest setup. If dollar looks bullish, which it does, I don't know. It's not the best setup. Yeah, it's per month until you pass. So if you're gonna take advantage of it, well, you better not take 1 month. I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna get buy one get one free, please do it faster than 1 month. You feel me? I am thinking this can deliver lower until org 100, but it may not because there's SMT. Like intermarket analysis does not really support this trade idea because there's a big SMT on our target. Unless you want to view it as like weakness, but I don't really like that. How do I get the BOGO deal? Um, go on Alpha Futures, go to 50K standard, put in my code. It'll give you 10% off, and you get buy one get one. This is like the perfect opportunity for next year, to be honest. The perfect opportunity for next year. Like just set yourself up for, it's only really a good deal if you want to get max funded though. Like if you're the type of guy who just wants, one account cheap. Okay, maybe this is not for you. Right. I really want to see this like roll over lower. Yeah. Give them every time. I would probably tape read something like this. That's 1.5R. That's like an eval trade. Shorting now, like an eval trade. I don't know. You can maybe get 1.5. Something like this. 50K standard. You have it right now. Get below this low. Maybe break even and hope. Just saying. Or sell sides at least. There's sell side. There's org 50 plus sell side. Can we get org 100? All the way, papa. I want org 100. The reason I want org 100 is because if we get org 100, then there's not that much reason to go lower. I mean, we could go lower. But if we start showing signs of going higher, well, then I can kind of trust the low that's put in. Remember my model. I wish you a prosperous week. I love you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Org 100. There it is. Pretty strong bounce. If we get the CISD, it's 950 macro. Maybe. Maybe we can get our one set up. I would need to see a CISD, otherwise it's a rule break. So ES, 30 second, 15 second. No, it's not happening. It ain't happening anytime soon. We've closed so far up. 5 second CISD? Thoughts? That's a joke. Anyways, I like this potentially being low of session. Could be wrong, but the idea is harmless. If we get low of day and high of day, we really called out today perfectly at that point. Because honestly, even if we close above this big down close candle, meaning if we get this inversion, I'm gonna view that as a bullish order block, and I'm gonna take that 2R trade. It has to happen quickly though, not what it's doing now. Like something like this, 2R, a solid trade. You could even maybe take it on ES. If ES wants to play a little bit of catch up. The RR is better on ES, even just for high of day, let alone previous day's high, which is all the way up there. That would be a crazy trade, huh? Anyways, still bearish. The standard account is my personal favorite one. I love the standard. I love the standard because the payouts are that's the easiest one. Alpha Zero is really easy. Alpha Zero is still easier than almost every other firm. But standard is even easier. So if you have zero, don't think like, oh, my payout's hard. Your payout's not hard. You're fine. Your payout is fine. But I would use Project X. I like Project X. Advanced. Advanced is good if you're advanced. Literally. Why standard easier? Because you don't need the 5 winning days. You can do it in 3. My discount's 10%. And buy one, get one. If we make a higher high market structure shift here, I may buy that. You ever trade minis? Only on evals sometimes. Even on evals though, sometimes I don't. Like I'll just do 10 micros or something. Buy one get one any plan? It's just buy one get one standard. 50K. How does buy one get one work? You hop on Alpha Futures, 50K standard. Put in the code 10% off. And for the next 2 days, if you do that, you get another account for free. There is consistency rule on 0, yes, and it's 5 days. Honestly, I might go back to Forex. Yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Forex firms, the payouts are pretty easy. The issue is Forex is expensive as shit. Forex is expensive as shit. It's the only downside. So I've seen everything I want to see to go long, except the actual setup. We have intermarket analysis now, supporting our trade. Whoa, dollar's going for previous day's high. In fact, maybe I take that back. If YM rejects this gap, goes to previous day's low, dollar is bullish, yeah, it's still 50-50, guys, for me. If you buy 2 accounts, you get 4. You get 2 more. You don't have to pass. Could I be eligible for a payout if I get 1 more day? You gotta tell me what the situation is. I need more information than that, buddy. You can't. What's your like? Where are you at? You know. Anyways, if this inverses, that is technically my model off this OB, but I wouldn't take that trade because it's not a plus, and I'm here to follow my rules. How much is it all in? For the 2 accounts, you would get 2 accounts for, assuming you pass. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's been a while since I bought one. I think it's like. Does anyone know? Did anyone do the promotion? How much is it all in? 210 for 2 accounts. 71. You're basically just getting, yeah. I mean, so basically, you're just getting $70 off, right? I guess. But you get 2 funded though. That's the thing. You get 2 funded. 0.9 times 79 for 2. Well, $70 off. You're basically just getting 71. Yeah, you're just getting $71 off, pretty much. That's pretty much it. First thing I'm funded, but I feel super happy that I traded my following rules. Listen, LB, every day you go to your journal, you don't put how much money you made. You're gonna say, I followed my rules, I win. Or I didn't follow my rules, I lose. And I want you to strive for that. Strive for that. Every day you show up, you say, I follow my. This is assuming you struggle with following your rules. If you're fine, then that's not what you have to do. But if you do struggle with following your rules, you show up every day. You're not putting. I made $455. Bro, who cares what you're gonna lose it next day if you can't follow your rules. Forget journaling your P&L. You journal whether or not you follow your rules. That's it. You need to get happy and excited when you follow your rules, and don't beat yourself up when you don't, but you need to acknowledge that you don't like it. Because if you can trick your brain to give you dopamine when you follow your rules, then you're gonna chase that naturally. You don't know how good it feels when you journal a day and you're like, I sat here, I followed my rules all day, and whatever, you know? When you feel good from that, you strive for that. First day upping my risk. Today right now, brother, this might be one of the worst. I guess days. I don't want to say worst days, but yeah, it's only 17%. So in terms of like big discount, it's not that good. But you have to keep in mind, like, listen, listen. I understand that people don't like activation fees, and maybe I'm tripping, but me personally, I love activation fees. I would rather an account that's cheap eval and have an activation fee than just an expensive eval. Me personally. Now, obviously, like Alpha Zero is cheap as shit. You know, like it's already $70. It's cheap eval and it's no activation fee. But I'm talking about like accounts where you can get like a little bit larger payouts. Um, I'll find that out for you. That's a good question, Sep. I'll find that out for you. I'll just ask the Alpha Discord right now. Um, I prefer the low evals. Like, let me full port my eval and not let it hurt my bank account at all, and I'll pay the activation fee. I'm gonna get a payout most likely, anyways. You know. But if I have to spend like $200 or $150 on an eval, that shit sucks. Cause then you gotta kind of like take it serious. Otherwise, you're just like blowing money for no reason. So I prefer the activation fee. Like, listen. I'm gonna be honest. I know money's tough. I know money's tough. I get you guys. I used to do DoorDash, and the monies I used to get from tips, I bought evals with. So trust me, I know it's tough. But if you're telling yourself right now that, oh man, I don't want to pay the activation fee, you might as well say, I don't think I'm gonna get a payout. And if that's the case, why are you even trading with the prop firm to begin with? You know, if you're saying like, oh, I get to pass, but I don't want to pay the activation fee, or I don't want to pay one. So that means you don't, like, be honest. It means you don't think you're gonna get a payout. I'm sorry, and I know money's tough. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. I'm trying to help you. If you might as well just admit it. Like, you're not confident that you can get the payout, and that's fine. That's okay to admit. If you think you can't get it, that's good. Don't waste your money on these. Don't even stop looking at discounts. Period. I don't care if it's $10. Why are you getting it? You don't even think. You don't even believe yourself that you have what it takes to get a payout. You don't even believe that you can get more money from the prop firm than spend. If you don't even believe that, you gotta send your ass back to the gulag, bro. Open up TradeZella, start getting some data, and prove to yourself that you can pass and get a payout. You know, the confidence is not there. You need to have the confidence. You need to have the confidence that you can make money from the prop firm. If you don't have the confidence, you're already screwed before you started. You can't be scared. You cannot be scared. Trust me, the market will sense your fear and it will take it away. It'll destroy you. I'm not saying get the promotion right now. I'm just saying in general. If you're going to trade, you have to trade with the mindset that I am going to make money. Maybe you're not confident you're going to pass. That's a little bit different because, listen, I don't pass every account. I will probably never pass every single account. But you got to at least be somewhat confident that, like, you'll still make more money than lose, you know? Like, I'm certain, like, in my mind, I know for a fact that even if I blow an account, even if I take multiple tries, at the end of the day, I'm gonna make more than I spent on accounts, you know? I don't have that fear of like, oh, but my bank account's gonna be in less, or I'm gonna be in real life drawdown. Like, I don't have that thought. That doesn't come to my mind. If I have a bad month, I can always take a break. Obviously, it's easier for me because I already have a big buffer from my last month's performance, and like not last month, but like my previous month. So, anyways, you gotta have confidence. If you don't have confidence, then you need to go build that. You have to build that before you even do anything else. That's probably one of the most important things. Alpha Capital MT5, we spent previously have on MQ future. Very strange. We have to wait. That does happen, but I always go off futures data. Will you be live on PM? Yes. That's where I'm going to be opening my live, not opening my live account. I'll be trading my live account one day this week, Wednesday afternoon. And we're going to de-risk, but we're going to look for very good trades. So we could have a mitigation block here. Normally, I would, if there's an SMT with YM. Now, there's nothing here for me. I don't trust this, unless it's a bearish. So I know it's a little bit uneventful, guys, but there's nothing here. I mean, look how many candles it's taking to form the setup. Today's safety protocol. You have to be patient, demand the best setup, you know? So I know it just seems like I'm yapping, but there's really nothing I would take here. I want to potentially have the idea of running previous day's high, 100 points away, but it's got to be a convincing setup. I don't like this. I don't like that we left this low, although it's fine because we have org. So I like that we respected org. In fact, we don't even need 25%. And let's do that. I'm going to go to the hot tub today. Please describe your safety protocol. Okay, safety trading protocol. What is that for me? What does that look like? First of all, obviously, we have to follow the trade checklist. That's every single day. Safety protocol means everything has to align. That's pretty much it. Everything. Everything has to align. And I still may de-risk. Yeah, I live in an apartment complex and there's a hot tub. It's not like I have my own hot tub. I wish, bro. I wish. You meant orb opening? No, I don't mean orb. I do not mean orb. No. I mean opening range gap. I will show you. So safety protocol, what does that mean right now? It means nothing in this. It needs to be crystal clear. Clear manipulation. Like, boom, boom. Not this. Not this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fail to take the low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get above the high. No. That does not convince me at all. Especially when ES has been bearish and it's not expanding higher. When dollar's moving higher too. Dollar's moving higher, so there's no synchronicity there. And YM is literally giving me a protraction model right now inside the macro. We could literally short YM, no rule breaks. Makes no sense. If anything, this is probably going to go lower right now. Take out this low. If anything, this is a short. But again, I wouldn't take it because same concept. This is not A+. It's for me, at least. What's the opening range gap? How is Tradeify? I don't like Tradeify. But I think they have a new account that's not bad. I don't know. I haven't checked it. See this gap, guys? You see this? Opening range gap. I got you. You see this gap? I'll draw it out with a white box. This is here every single day. It's not always so visible and easy, but this is here every single day. This is a liquidity void. Liquidity void. There's no trading in this price action in regular trading hours at all. No trading. This big white box, no trading. What do you do with that information? Setups to and setups from. That's it. Depending on your bias and narrative. setups to and setups from. That's it. That's it. Very simple. How to draw it. Okay, if you want to see the gap, you're going to go to settings, right click, settings, symbol, session. You're going to toggle regular trading hours. Then you'll see the gap. Go on the 1 minute chart so you can see it clearly. Look, if I go to a 15 minute, it's not as clear. It's still there, but not as clear. 1 minute, you mark the closing price. Look, I'm not marking the gap like this. I'm not doing this. No. You mark it right here. The closing price of this candle. Right there. That's when you can see. This is where you get your quadrant levels from. Make sense? That's how you do it. I have a video on my YouTube if you missed that. I'm not going to do it again because I want to watch these candles print in front of me. But that's how you do it. So, I want to see a lower low. If DXY takes previous day's high, then maybe we could look for longs on NASDAQ. But as of right now, we're bullish on dollar and bearish on YM. And I think that's the only two things that are moving are dollar and YM. ES and NQ are just going sideways. So I want to focus on this. Not trade it, but focus on this. Look at that YM short we talked about. That's your protraction model, 5-minute time frame. You know, I don't usually trade YM, but in hindsight, this actually was a really good setup. 2.15 hours at previous day's low. This is like A+. This is genuinely A+ on YM. 5-minute protraction model with equal lows previous day's low and dollars bullish. Yeah, really cool. Really good setup. Anyways, NQ and ES are going sideways. YM's in a beautiful short. Pretty much exactly like our daily outlook. Someone keeps asking about my journal. I'll show you. Guys, I'm going to be journaling on this. You see this? So, why am I journaling on this? Because I can keep track of my daily, weekly, monthly, and psychology log. So if I go daily, every single day is going to be 1 page. So for today, what do I have journaled? It's going to be hard to see for TikTok because you're not full screen, but whatever. I have the daily chart here. Or sorry, the 15-minute chart, NASDAQ, ES, my little bit of an outlook in here. And then over here, like this is the pre-market stuff. And then over here, I'll put in what happens after. Am I trading the whole of December? What do you mean by trading? It's not Notion. It's called OneNote. You do have to pay for it through Microsoft 365. But listen, Microsoft 365, bro. It's like $13 a month. You get Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It's goated. 50K standard? Yes, it's 50% consistency rule. Send it. I can't send you guys OneNote. You have to send what? There's no like template. Like, you guys want me to send you my personal journal? I'm not gonna do that. No offense, because all my psychology stuff is in there. I don't know what you mean by. Yeah, what do you mean send it? You can make it OneNote for everyone. Use the code and didn't get one free. Did you get a 50K standard account? DXY just took previous day's high. So that could set the stage for maybe lower prices. We'll wait till 10:30. I want to see a lower low here, though. I'm down 300 today on my live. Why have a frowny face, bro? Take that shit away. What code? Code Gatie. 10% off and buy one, get one free. What's your win rate in RR? In what time period? Depends. Overall, I average around a like 50 to 60% daily win percentage. Trade win percentage anywhere from like 40 to 50. Sometimes 60 if I'm win streaking. It's usually 40 to 50 though. It's more around 40 to 50. Risk to reward. Recently, I've been averaging around 2.5 to like 3. Pretty good. But not because I'm catching really high R trades. Because I'm reducing my losses on my losers. So very nice. Like, very nice stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Buy one, get one free. Wait, also they replied to me. There's no rebills for the free account. You don't even have to trade this shit PA if you don't want to. You can wait till January. Now I know you guys. You're gonna trade it anyways. I probably would too. I'm not gonna lie. But this guy says he didn't. He got a zero plan. Oh, what a fool! What a fool! Guys, it's standard account only, please. Um, you don't. There's no rebill on the second account, guys. Buy one get one free. 10% off. 50K standard. Alpha futures. Should I make a blueprint for a payout with this? It's literally zero account, but easier. Oh my god. You can buy evals and just keep the freebies. Yo, they even said in the Discord, you can have as many evals as you want, right? You just can't pass them. Yo, wait, hold up. I gotta cook something right now. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me think about something. Full pour my fundeds. After I become, yo, okay, I got the money glitch. I got the money glitch. Hopefully no one from Alpha is listening to this. If you have fundeds with Alpha futures right now, don't full port them. You get to like $2 away from passing. You get to $2 away from passing, and then you full port. Right? You're already loaded. Is that allowed? Probably. Yo, the guy in the Discord, yo, the guy in the Discord literally said, he said, you said 3 qualified count, not evaluations. He didn't say no limit. What's the max number of what's the maximum number of evaluations? Like you make 1450, 1450. We'll see what he says. $150 activation fee is crazy. You know what else is crazy? The fact that you don't need a buffer. You can request $15,000 per account, and you only need 3 winning days to request a payout. That's what's crazy. We have an SMT here, but it's 10:14, and I don't like that time. Noah's message says you have 1 month. Yeah, that's for every prop firm. You'll have 1 month. You don't have to buy a TradingView subscription, but just know that you'll always have to be signed in. Yo, that's not a bad idea either, Kale. You just full port one. Worst case, you blow it. You already have the third one. So you kind of get like a free shot at a 15K payout, you know? Risk 2K to make 4K. Risk 4K to make 4K. Risk 4K to make 4K. 50K payout, 3 days. Did I hear about the Alpha 1 for 2 standard? What do you think? Of course. Most prop firms don't need a buffer. Listen, let me tell you something very important. The other prop firms that don't require a buffer, when you request 100% of your profit before you build a buffer, your account's gone. So Funded Next, for example, doesn't require a buffer. But if you make 800 bucks on Funded Next and you request 800 bucks, you lose the account. Are you talking about CFDs? Yeah, CFDs don't require a buffer, bro. How do prop firms win? Most people can't get a payout. Okay. I like that we swept this low. This is good. Dollar has to be going lower from previous day's high. It's currently not going lower. I'm going to set an alert here on previous day's high and see if it can get below. I need intermarket analysis supporting the trade idea. So not yet. On the next request, yeah, that's legacy. That's what I'm saying. On standard, you can request 100% of your profit. So on standard, I can make 2 winning days of 500 and cash all the profit. No, it has to be 3. Then you can. So hypothetically, I'll give you some scenarios. 50K standard, alpha futures. Let's talk about simple. Simple. $100, $100, $100. Okay? That's for the minimum payout. You make $100 on day 1, $100 on day 2, $100 on day 3. You can request that money once your payout date comes. That's a $300 payout. No, you don't gotta make minimum 200. On the standard, there's no minimum winning days. There's no minimum. The only thing is the smallest payout. I think it's 250. It could be 500 though. I may be wrong. I don't know. Let's just say for simplicity's sake, 150 bucks, 150 bucks, 150 bucks. If you take out that 500 bucks that you made, you have $1,500 left to work with. For eval, yes. For eval 2. For eval 2. But to get a payout, it's minimum 3. It does not blow the account. Unless you're taking a payout above $2,000. Then it will blow the account. Unless you built a buffer. Like if you have 3,000, request 2,000, you're fine. Funded X will pay you. Yeah, they'll pay you. So we're going with Project X. Project X is leaving, but they're making a new platform, so don't stress about it. They're going to make a better one. Standard accounts have activation fees. Where do I see the second account? It should be in your dashboard. If you didn't get it, you either didn't use the code, didn't get a standard account, or didn't get a 50K. Or it's glitched and just message them right here. They'll figure it out for you like right away. Yeah, I saw on their website they said something like alpha X in the work or something like that. So I need dollar index to start moving lower. Got a notification from my bank. Always scary. Yesterday you spent above your daily usual. However, your month looks good. What can I say, boys? We're locked in this month. Oh my god. It's been 1 week of December and I'm already halfway to my monthly spend. Okay. The basketball game was good. Toronto was losing so bad, but then we had a crazy comeback and then we lost. But it was fun. Yeah, I haven't even went to New York. How much how much you need a month without rent for an apartment? Where I live, too much money. Where you from? I live in like near Toronto. I'm in Toronto pretty much. How much? Yeah. Damn, I'm lucky TY though. Raptors, Lakers. No, I went to Raptors, Boston. They've been the game. I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did, and I won. Yeah, you ever been to a hockey game? In my opinion, best sport game to go to. I've actually never been to a hockey game. I would go to a Leafs game though. No rebuild on this. Yeah, no rebuild on the second one. On the second account, it's just free account sitting in there. I think maybe you have 30 days to trade it, but I'm just guessing. I don't actually know. Tradeify instant funding. I think it's a waste of money because you can definitely pass an account with less amount of money. You get me? I would love to move to Texas, but unfortunately I can't because I'm a Canadian, not an American. You think today's gonna be tradable or should I just dip? It's always tradable, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's Alpha Capital and Alpha Futures the same company. One's for Forex, one's for futures. There's another SMT here. So it's kind of early though. It's 10:20. I want to wait till more 10:30. This breaker could be a good trade setup. Otherwise, if we don't get it soon, we have to wait till 10:50 macro. Whoever in this long just got their shit SL hit. I don't know. There wasn't really a good setup in there. I guess some people probably. Did anyone take that 10:15 CISD? I know some of you guys did. Don't lie. Someone took it. You took it? Yeah. It's not the worst trade. I'll be honest. It's not the worst. I've definitely seen worse. The only reason I'm not taking that is because dollar's still bullish. NYM's still bearish. So I'm like really cautious. It's not a bad trade. If dollar had moved lower, I'd probably take that too. Actually, no, there's no fair value gap, so I hope I wouldn't take it. It's not a bad idea, though. I don't think it's that bad. I need dollar to be bearish. I need dollar to come down here. I need YM to show shorts as well. I mean, long. Yeah, instant fundeds are a scam, bro. Listen, the reason instant fundeds are passed at that price, you want to know why? It's because they know how many accounts it takes on average for someone to pass. That's why it's the price what it is. You think they're not going to do it? Like, you might as well just try to pass and make it cheaper. What does dollar have to do with NQ? It's an inverse correlation. You are bullish. I'm not necessarily bullish. I'm neutral. But I'm going to sit here and look for longs. I'm going to sit here and wait for it to convince me it's going higher. Do you do your whole setup on the 1 minute? The entry, yes. But there's a very higher time frame depicted narrative. You know, was too zoomed in. All right, here. Let me make it better. Maybe now it'll play out. Would you say if would would you not say if you were making good money from other firms, it's worth buying instant funding? I mean, sure, I guess if you want to save yourself the time. The only good thing from it is you're saving a little bit of time. That's it. Otherwise, just pass it yourself. You know, it's cheaper. The alpha deal. What if I long account one and don't do that? No prop firm allows you to do that. Now, if you want to do it between prop firms and hope you don't get caught, by the way, I didn't say that. I didn't say it's not allowed. I'm saying right now it's not allowed. But I do know people who do it and have not been caught, and they got away with it. That's all I can say. What's your bias? I'm neutral, but I want to see if price can show me it's bullish. Buffer means you're building amount of dollars in the account to trade with. Breakthrough capital increases consistency rule from 15 to 25%. No words. No words. Breakthrough what? What are you guys breaking through? Breaking through the minimum barrier of a consistency rule? 15% consistency? What the hell are you supposed to trade, bro? You have to make the exact same amount every single day, I guess. It can go lower. I'm gonna be waiting for this potential breaker. 10:30 though. I like that it's forming that time. But again, I need to see dollar bearish. Dollar must be bearish. At least this whoops. At least this inversion fair value gap. At least. Traded 25% consistent. Oh, really? No, fuck that shit, bro. Just get a funded account. You can just get one. There's even ones that are like 1 day pass. There's so many options nowadays, guys. I'll be honest. Just go with the firm that has a good discount and good rules. Everyone has like their main, like the way I do it. The way I do it is I got my main firm, and then everything else is just side projects. You know. Although next year I'm gonna have 2 main firms. That's my goal. Are we going lower? I don't know. We're literally just going down. Probably Asia low on Nasdaq wants to be taken, which I think is right. Was that here? That's right here. Should have probably marked up 50% of this wick, but I don't want to do it now. So this line right here, blue line, that's Asia low. We'll see how much lower it goes below that. Top steps to move. Move your camera to the left. We can't see ES. If you can't see yet, like I can't. You have to switch over to YouTube stream. Then you can see both charts. Oh, sorry, it's because I literally. Never mind. There you go. Well, we've taken out Asia lows. I can confidently and happily say YM probably hit TP, right? Okay. YM's going lower. Okay. YM looks really good for previous day's low. I don't really trade YM ever, if I'm being honest. YM previous day low. That's not YM. That's YM. YM previous day low 47818. Okay, we'll see if I need the breaker, which is here. That's a really difficult long to take though, if I'm being honest. 1.6R. Probably go stop loss here. 1.8R. I don't know about that. Left sell side here open. Is your SMT? There is an SMT. There's already an SMT there. I feel like we can get a lower low. I don't know. This may be a 1030 protraction model, guys, from the 5-minute gap. If we get something like this, I may short that 1030, target the equal lows here. It's a very simple low RR trade. I'm not bullish yet. I'm not bullish unless we get a breaker. I'm just going to label that and see, because the YM still has previous day low. Let's just do a 5-minute chart. Dollar is still moving higher from the 5-minute. It never inversed that 5-minute gap. So the way I see this is it's still bearish. Bearish right now. 1030s hit. If we can get something like this, I'll short. If it just goes straight down, nothing I can do. Right now, I'm still bearish. I think it's gonna go lower still a little bit. Daddy, do you plan to stay in Toronto permanently? I may move. It has to be somewhere in Canada. I can't go. It's literally Canada or maybe Dubai or something. I don't have many options. I'll be honest. There aren't many options for me, man. Really tough in here. You could short YM. Can you get 1R from that? Eval trade. 1.24R short on YM. Tape read. I've actually never placed a trade on YM before, believe it or not. Again, I'm not sure how, if you guys know like how like the world works, but I can't just move to any country and just live there. Exactly. America doesn't want illegals like me, unfortunately. No trades yet. I think all time toe on the scope this week. It's not in the crosshairs yet, but it's in the scope. You can kind of see it, the edge in the scope. If you have like a 200x scope, I'm gonna move to LA and get shot by a redneck. You ever honk at someone? I've actually never honked at someone, bro. Bro, by the time you like, I don't know. I've actually never honked. Germany loves immigrants. You can live in my house. It's not about that, Seth. Literally, the country will not allow you to come live there. You're not allowed. TJR? I don't know. Cool guy. I don't understand how people just spam the horn. It's annoying. Could you analyze today's PB trading? What? You want me to analyze someone else's trading? I live in Canada. Come to the UK and live here. Again, guys, the only way you can just pick another country and move there is if you get a job there. And I don't think that's in the scopes for me. Unless there's some billion-dollar firm that wants me to day trade my 930 Power 3 model for them. It's not happening. I will hire you. Even if one of you guys gave me a job, it wouldn't even help me because you wouldn't be allowed to trade. So even if I did get a job, even if I did get a job in the US, let's say, and they hired me, I wouldn't be allowed to day trade and make money on the side. So unless that job is going to pay me like fucking, yeah, there's no amount of money, I'll be honest. You can move to the US well, only for half the year. That's a vacation, brother. Hmm. You're right. I can get citizenship if I marry someone, but I'm very happy with my girlfriend. Hopefully, we can get married soon in Canada. You can work with me in the UK as my friend, and you can just trade. I don't think that'll work. Also, I'm pretty sure the UK is like pretty much just as expensive as where I am, so I don't think that really helps my situation. Come to Germany, only 60% taxes, bro. Hell no. You can apply for a citizenship. You can apply, but why the hell would they accept me? I have no heritage, no nothing, bro. They usually only accept people who actually have business being a German or UK, whatever. Africa might accept me. Africa actually might accept me. You bearish or bullish right now, boss? If we get a breaker, I'd be bullish. As of right now, I'm bearish. I may actually short inside this gap. Well, assuming my model forms. 30-minute fair value gap? No. I'm scouting for a higher time frame. It's a 5-minute. I would short an inversion. Oh, Africa accept me? I don't know. I'll boost the economy. You're right. You can get a citizenship through investment. That is true. In the US, it's a lot of money. Yeah, DXY is. I need to see it move lower. Technically, we have the CISD, but I would rather a short. Like I think we fail this breaker. We don't get the breaker. 5-minute protraction model. Well, it's not a 5-minute protraction. Let's see what happens here. Sweden would accept you, guys. I don't think you guys know how the world works. You can't just like go to a country and be like, hey, you guys want me? No, you have to get a job. The only way you can move, well, for the most part, most countries, you have to get a job or you sneak in. I can't just like show up to Sweden and be like, hey, can I live here? No, they're gonna be, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Yeah, I'm sure there are some countries that just allow you. I don't know. Does Austria do that? Isn't Austria a really good country to live in? Okay, this 2-minute inversion is something I would short if we got it. If it comes down. Yeah, Canada accepts everybody. You can apply for immigration, but guys, I don't want to come be an immigrant. It looks like every single person in chat is complaining about their immigration. Live with me in Hawaii, bro. New York open is 4:30 a.m. Would be lit. What? Bro, what the hell you mean lit? Lit at 4:30 a.m. in the morning? That shit is not lit, bro. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. We make like 300,000. We buy a mansion in Africa, and we just ball out. We just ball out. You know what? Like low key is one of my hobbies, guys. Like you know what I want to do when I'm older and I'm like made enough money. I want to get a sick ass camera. I want to get a sick ass camera, and I want to take videos of like wild animals, bro. Like on some documentary shit. That's what I want to do. Is that crazy? Could anyone else like relate to that? Or is that just me? That's dead. Valid? Hey, appreciate you, cuz. You're alone on this one? Holy unk. Oh, that's lit, right? That's lit. Like what kind of animals? Bro, all of them, bro. Lion, freaking snake. Like I want to make a like take like like I want to see that shit. Love you, bro, but that ain't it. Damn, I guess I'm a real unk. I mean, what do you guys want to do, bro? What are you guys gonna do? I mean, as of right now, yeah. But if we get the breaker, then I'll look for longs in 1050 macro. Sri Lanka swimming with sharks and surfing. I don't know about swimming with sharks. I never said that. I said from a safe distance in a very secure vehicle, take my $50,000 camera and take some videos. I said no swimming. I hit TP using PO3 shorts. You missed it. I don't think I missed anything here, bro. I mean, you could argue this, but this short's only really good if you're targeting. Why didn't I short this to org fill? I guess the setup wasn't that clean. 947 with a stop here. Yeah, why didn't I short that? That's a missed trade, Loki. That's a really good trade idea. Oh, the risk reward was not good. 1.4. That's why I didn't short it. I don't like the way this is forming. Bro, my nose is so stuffed. I guess the 5-minute OB. I could take the 5-minute OB. That would be best. If this candle can just boop, engulf that one. The 5-minute OB, 1030 PO3 protraction model. Maybe. Dollar's still bullish, so there's no reason to look for shorts yet. I mean, longs yet, personally. Oh, I'm sorry, JJ. I could be wrong, bro. You know, obviously, there's maybe we don't get the OB. There's a huge rejection here. Look at the body respecting Asia low. No, I don't think it's necessarily the worst idea for a long, but good luck. I like. Is it? I don't know if is it an hourly gap. It's these equal lows that we left, and it's previous day's low on YM. YM has equal lows with previous day's low, like right there, just sitting. So I think that can be traded to, and dollar's just going up. So if dollar is bullish, YM has equal lows, previous day's low, and we've been bearish the entire session. I think we can go lower. You feel me? We don't get the 5-minute order block. Damn. 2-minute inversion. It's so sloppy. 3-minute. It's just a little bit too ugly. Can't wait 5 whole minutes. We're gonna have to wait for a second protraction model. No. Do we ever just take the 1-to-1? If we get the full break? Maybe. If we get the full 1-to-1 for an eval, yeah, we inverse, but I need to follow my protocol, and this is not an A+ setup. It took too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4. Not a bad trade, I'll be honest. Maybe we just wait for 1050 though. Something like that. Not bad. Yes, a little bit cleaner. What's the target on ES? ES is 66856 previous day low. I think this can work. I think this plays out. Also taking our YM. I have no idea what the risk is for YM trades at all. What's one micro? Anyone know off the top of their head? Oh, my nose is so stuffed. It feels like shit. Hmm. Hell no, bro. YM is like nothing. YM makes no money, bro. It's 50 cents a tick. What's this? Give me the limit order. Oh my god. Oh, this is so stuffed. How much is this? 1 point? Is that 1R? To take profit. 6? Yeah. I need to figure out YM, guys. This is like the first time ever. It's not the best first reward. Okay, 1.56. Risk 180 times 1.5. Some math. Risk 180. Solid. I actually like it on YM. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and watch YM, but I like it on YM. In here for a bit. 1 sec. Okay. Oh man. I hope tomorrow I don't feel sick at all. Because this is awful. It's almost 1050 macro. We'll see if that can deliver the volatility that we need. 3-minute fair value gap in there. Pretty nice projection so far. See if it gives you the OB. The OB could be an add. Move stop. Add. Maybe. We did make a SMT here with ES. See how ES made a lower body if you remove the wicks? So kind of red flag, but I mean it's Monday. No one knows this. Man, you know it's gonna be sloppy. You know it's gonna be sloppy. If we get a nice OB here, 1050 macro, I'll show you guys an execution. There's your 5-minute OB as well. If we were to take, whoa, sloppy. I think this moves lower now. The 5-minute chart looks really good. I think 5-minute OB. Dollar index still moving higher. 5-minute bullish fair value gap. Looks like we'll fill in that daily gap maybe, or it rejects 50% and then we start going lower. There's your OB. Oh, not yet, but potentially. It would have to close below. Let's just call it this low. Well, I hate being sick. Fuck the flu. Fuck the cold. There's definitely something going around here because every single person I know is getting sick. Everyone. 2 minutes until the macro. Notice the body here. It's just consolidating. We'll see if 1050 macro can give us a very good protraction model. It's even possible. Very choppy. I still think we don't take this high out. But look how much lower. ES looks so good. Oh, if only these guys moved in tangent. Or in whatever it's called, tangent. Like, they're so out of sync. Look at the org delivery here, though. 25. Yeah, very nice. The bottom of it. Fails to get it. Should be bearish. I want all of these guys to move together in harmony. Everything's so out of sync. Like, such a good narrative in play here, but price action does not cooperate. What's gold doing? Moving mostly lower as well. Makes sense because the dollar is bullish. I mean, I personally think it's just gonna dump, but what do I know? You got to see speed here, otherwise, no bueno. 1050 macro. See if a fair value gap forms here. It would look. I'm not gonna mark it out, but see if it forms one here. Trades back into that inversion. You could put your stop here too. 25702. Trades back to the low. This should be a breakaway gap. Shouldn't come back here. It should go away now. It's already spending too much time, I would say. S&T here doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Made a higher high. It should really go away right now. Shouldn't come back. Just free fall. It's wick, 50%. If we reach that, that's really bearish. There's the free fall. Wrong wick. Failed to get 50% wood speed. ES did though. That wasn't the free fall I was anticipating. So thing. Really would not want to see it revisit up here. Okay, it revisited. Touches the fair value gap. 1050 macro. Just gonna have to wait for the macro to do its thing. That's a sneeze again. So next Friday, oh no, not next Friday. This Friday, I'm going to New York. I don't know if I'll be able to stream. I got a laptop. We'll see if it, allows me to. It's a pretty good laptop. But in Friday, I'm going to New York for a week. So you guys won't see me for 5 days, maybe. Maybe you will though. Maybe you won't. No, I'm going 7 days. It'll be fun. Although, let's not label that FPG, not an IO Fed. Look at that OB tap right there. Very nice. It's gone. Very good. Very good. Very good stuff. I don't even need that FPG marker. Oh man. Make a line right here. Say, no, I don't know why I'm actually going to take previous day's low there, but it would take it around here, right? YM previous day low is resting at 7818. 7818 is YM previous day's low, so that's like 0.08%. Like around, yeah, it's like around here. ES almost at the objective. I forget what it is. Previous day. Oh, it's previous day low on ES. There you go. ES led. ES led the shorts. YM's free falling. They're all free falling. Spike the equal lows. Equal lows right here. Banger. Absolute banger. Good delivery, I guess, at least. Nasdaq very animated here. A lot of speed coming from Nasdaq. I like it. Your breaker would be right here. 687. I didn't even say it. No, I said 6-8. 6-8-7. No, no, I didn't say it. It's not valid, guys. It's not valid. This would be your breaker. We'll see if that forms. Why I'm so weak. Conversion for value gap here. Previous take low on YM. Almost there. Previous day low on YM. One tick. Let YM take previous day's low. If anyone here is okay, I don't want to give anyone advice, but if anyone here is looking for longs, I would wait for YM to take previous day's low. It's like right there. Just spike through. YM just spike through. Very nice delivery, man. 1030 and 1050 macro both delivered the protraction model. Hmm. Very nice. I would study a potential long here, but I don't even know if it's worth it because you pretty much just if there was no short for you there, then you probably just missed the move. And let me see what chat's saying. Take a trade today. The only trade I took today was on YM. Just get off, please. Me? There's a lot of people talking in chat. What is this price? Crazy to leave those equal highs? Which equal highs? I got out of a country. I got out of country today where alpha is listed as restricted. Do you think I can use the VPN? Do not do that. I would not do that. It's not a bad idea. No, even on funded, it's not a bad idea if we get a breaker, just because of the time of day, right? ES inside daily inversion fair value gap, this big orange box. I don't think it's a bad idea, but you got to get the displacement. Like, let it convince you, you know? Don't like force it. Don't be bullish. Let it show you it's bullish. Yeah, took the trade on YM. So there. Peter stay low. DXY will go higher. Yeah, DXY is going higher. That's the only reason we even look for that trade. Remember I said down here, guys, that if dollar index gave this inversion fair value gap from previous day high, I would have looked for shorts, longs. But it didn't. It respected. So just follow the dollar, man. It really is a very important tool. Respected 15-minute fair value gap. Was there a 15-minute CB in play there? I don't remember there being one. Oh, you mean lower? Here? Yeah, that could be respected. It's very possible. Very possible. Symbol name for dollar, DXY. How many cons? I went in with, well, which account? That's which account you're talking about here. So when does the Apex deal? What Apex deal? I don't know. I don't really promote my Apex code, I'll be honest. But maybe I should do a better job with that. This one, the Apex deal ends December 9th, 11:59. Is this a all size it? Wait, $8 activation for $6? I'd rather cheap evals though. I don't want expensive evals on Apex. Apex best thing is Apex's best thing is oh, it's 90% off in my opinion. Yeah, I could mark out the trade. Give me 1 sec. YM went all the way down to the daily bullish fair value gap. That was one of my weekly objectives for YM actually. Wonder if I maybe could have held that or something. Silver bullet trade. If you look at YM, very clean silver bullet trade. This trade very simple, very simple. Um, so we had the equal lows left here, here, and here. Also, YM previous day's low. So step one of the model is draw on liquidity. Okay, so we have the equal lows on Nasdaq. We have previous day low. Put that in there. YM and ES previous day's low, Nasdaq equal lows. I didn't take this on Nasdaq or ES. I traded YM for the first time in my life. But I'm watching the Nasdaq chart. So very simple. 10:30 key time. Every single time I tell you guys 10. I'll show you guys executions. I'm not here to prove anything. I don't really care. I'm doing the trade recap. 10:30 opens. 10:30 is a very key time. 10:30 is a very key time. 10:30 is the start of the next hour in regular trading hours. So I'm not chasing the move in this candle's closure. Now I was looking for a potential long here, but what did I say? I said we have to get the breaker. We never got the breaker. We didn't. We just retraced. 10:30 consolidate to 2-minute inversion. 2-minute inversion in there. That's it. Very simple. Now, how the trade that I took was off YM. Because YM had previous day's low and YM was leading the shorts. So 1.5 R YM. I don't know if you guys can see my second monitor. If you're on TikTok right now, you can't see the second screen. So if you're really confused about what's going on, you can't see the second screen. Yo, guys, has this become a German get together? What's going on here? My YouTube chat is all Germans. I'm using Alpha Futures. That's my main prop firm. Uh, no, you're good. I just have no idea what. I don't know if anyone said anything up there. Um, in hindsight, ES was actually the best trade. I didn't realize that ES was close to previous day's low as well. I should have taken ES instead of YM. You see the very nice delivery there. Conversion for value gap. Yeah, and it could go higher now. I still have to wait for a breaker though. But we're inside that daily level. In fact, would I risk profits here and go long inside lunch? Maybe no. Just folded up $40 on 5 accounts. Nice, very nice. Good job. I feel like I marry my bias every day and don't even try to look for anything else. Listen, today there was no clear bias. Standard accounts. Took these on standard accounts. There was no clear bias today. Um, it was I was neutral. No, I say that because sometimes you may think the problem is marrying your bias, but maybe sometimes the problem is the bias is not clear and you're just forcing one bias. Like today, there was I was not. It was I had ideas for longs the entire day. I had ideas for longs the entire day, but I didn't execute any longs, or because it never confirmed. Dollar didn't even show one singular market structure shift lower up until 1046, for example. That's not even a real market structure shift. Like dollar was just bullish the entire day. Nothing bearish about dollar. It's really hard to be bullish if dollar is bearish. Um, there were some CISDs, but nothing really convincing with aligning with time and everything like that. Yeah, I can mark up the trade for you. Let me do it on my phone because that's where my executions are. Very fun, man. Very fun. First time trading YM. YM's really going higher now too from the daily bullish fair value gap. I wonder if it gives you a full daily reversal. It's very possible. Where's the drawing tools? If you guys are not in the Discord, that's where I post all my free Discord. No, you don't have to pay for the Discord. So you got the annotation. I don't want to encourage people to trade YM. So it's like, okay, it's not a once in a lifetime opportunity, but the draw was really clear on YM. Give me one sec to the person who asked. And then we'll do our journal together. Well, we'll do my journal. Simple. uh, the Discord link, it's in the description. Be right there. You still see us pushing up at NQ or dumping. I think it's very possible we move higher. Not a full reversal, maybe, but at least a retracement. Like that. What's this one instead? You made money today. We made a little bit of money today, yeah. Protraction model played out. Every single protraction model short played out today. Except this one. He would have been stopped out here. But that's 10.05. Yeah, no, that's not a bad one. Now I didn't take that one personally, so this one would have stopped. But then you would have re-entered here, and then you would have caught it. So there was one failed protraction model. Like if we go back in time, how many successful protraction models were there? Over one risk to reward. One. That one would be stopped there. It'd be fine. This one failed, so 1-1. This one, 2-1. 3-1. 4-1. 5-1. And then one right now might fail. I don't have a course, man. All on YouTube. Everything you would ever need from me is on YouTube. And if you have questions, you can message me on Discord. Yeah, we're green on the day, man. Green on the day. The new TFT set? Shit, did it just come out today? Because I low key by my hop. I used to play that game a long time ago. Am I done for the day? Probably, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's do the journal. So there's not much to talk about. Previous day low on on ES. Daily IFEG. I already had that level. The most important thing here is the 1050 macro protraction because that's the A plus 1050. That's the most important thing that you want to keep in mind. It's the 1050. This is for me, by the way. I'm doing my journal. So for anyone curious. The 1030 protraction is also good. Wow, that aligns perfectly with Asia lows. So you can see the org fill, the equal lows. And then where's previous day low on NQ? That's all the way down here. So this is what your journal should, sorry, this is what my journal is going to look like. Previous day low. So this is the most important stuff. You can see some other good stuff in here. The inversion, right? The SIBI right here that aligns with org. Silver bullet. Silver bullet, FEG minus. This one inside org. SIBI inside org. 1050 macro protraction model, 1030 open power of 3, equal lows taken there, and then previous day low taken there. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to. Oh, I guess really important note is the buy side sweep here too, right? So we did take out buy side. It's not like we just dumped lower. Buy side swept. This is your 930 Judas swing. Now, obviously we didn't see this at the time, but that's fine, right? We didn't have to see it at the time. This is your 930 Judas swing. We fell short of previous day's high. We left equal highs right there. That happens. That's a very nice journal, huh? What did you guys say? Very nice journal. I would say so. I would say so. So how do I journal this? I'm gonna click copy image. Open my OneNote. The order should I watch my playlist? What are you trying to do? What's your goal? Sorry guys, I know I'm like missing a lot of messages, but I gotta get. I like to journal right after my trading. I don't know about you guys, but I like to do it right after when it's fresh, fresh in my mind. AM study. Post a picture in there. Make this smaller because damn, this shit is big, bro. Took the shorts on YM today, yeah. Everything's in the Discord. In hindsight, ES would have been the best indice to trade. Um, so I'm gonna go right here. AM study. Now most of you guys can't see this unless you're on YouTube. Then you can see it. AM study. What am I gonna say? 9:30. Do the swing higher. Takes buy side and puts SMT, and we have a classic sell off. Or let me just say we have a AM trend lower. That was not clear at the time though. Not clear at the time. Okay, continue. DXY was one-sided bullish the entire day, trading into daily busy, which is why this short was somewhat anticipated. Let's say that. So I'm just journaling what comes to my mind. Like I don't have to sit there and overthink it. So what ends up happening? Classic model short plays and proceeding protraction models. I'll put note to 1050 macro protraction / 1030 PO3 was very clean once the DOL was obviously previous day low on YM and ES, and the equal lows on the NASDAQ 100. I say NASDAQ. So that's the best setup. Why? Because at that time, the drawn liquidity is really obvious. Up here, I wasn't even considering previous day's low. On YM I was, but not on ES. Then, dollar kept pushing. Then it became really clear. Org delivered very nicely as well. And flipped, supporting lower prices. No, just to be very clear, I was not bullish going into the day. I was looking for longs. There's a difference between being neutral and seeing if the market would show me that it's going to go higher. I never came into the day saying, oh, I'm bullish today. I said I'm looking for longs. But I clearly stated in my daily outlook that both highs and lows could be for objective for today. And I specifically said that I would wait for one side to be taken and look for that. So I said we could either do this or look for something like this. Now, initially, over here, I was looking for longs. Even here, I was potentially looking for longs. But what I wanted to see for longs, it did not show me that it was bullish. I was waiting for it to show me that it was going to be bullish. It didn't show me. If I had a clear, because today there was no clear bias. No, it's not better to be neutral every time, because some days it's super clear. You just have to be patient. Some days you're like, this day, I need to be looking for longs only on this day. This is not one of those days. This is Monday, no news. I think it could have easily went up today and it could have easily went down. If you put me in this scenario 10 out of 10 times, I would not be able to accurately predict which direction is likely to deliver. I would not be able to. But if you put me on, for example, let's make it really simple. For example, let's take a look at the daily chart here. I'll give you guys a really good example, okay? Like, when price traded right here, look at this. I want everyone to pay attention. This is the best lesson on bias ever. When price traded into this bullish fair value gap and came up all the way here, Isn't this candle, this Tuesday, so obviously going to be bullish? Why would you look for shorts on Tuesday if we just did this on the daily chart, right? We inverse the daily fair value gap. We respect the daily bullish. We reject on a Monday, weekly power of three, order flow, already clear buy side delivery. It's so obvious to me that Tuesday is going to be bullish, right? Or Wednesday. So on this Tuesday, this candle right here, after this candle finishes, this next day, daily bias is bullish. I'm not going to look for a short that day. But that's not the same scenario as right now. Right now, today, it's an inside day. The only bias I had was inside. It's literally, and I was right. Look, it's an inside day on the NASDAQ. Now, obviously, ES took previous day's low, but look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ still range bound. Previous day high and previous day. We're setting so many equal highs up here, by the way. I definitely want to see that get taken. So, very key note on bias. You don't always have to have a, it's a tool. Bias is supposed to help you. When everything is pointing higher, that's when you have a bias. And you're like, I'm going to trade with my bias only, you know? And if it doesn't matter because it's about probabilities, right? If I told you 90% chance the market's going to go lower, are you going to be bullish because it's going up? No, 90% chance. You wait. And if it goes lower, then it was a 10% chance and you're fine. So hopefully that answers your question. That was I thought we were going to take relative lows into ORCE and then move higher. Okay, so let's say you were looking for that. I don't think that's a bad narrative. You were right about ORCE. Was there anything indicating here that we were going to move higher from ORCE? Because for me, there was not. There's not a single breaker, and there's not a single CISD. So your model, my model, would have protected me from a long from this side. And that's what I was looking for too, by the way. I was also looking. I literally said org fill, and then I want to look for longs. I was wrong. Well, I wasn't wrong. I had an idea. The idea didn't pan out. You know? Exactly. There was no trade. So that's another thing that bias can help you with. It helps you filter out trades. You're going to miss trades. You're going to miss trades because your bias was wrong. That's fine. But your goal isn't to make money. Your goal is to preserve your capital. So if you're going to filter out a lot of trades, as long as you're filtering out a lot of losers, you're going to filter out winners too. But as long as you're filtering out a lot of losers, that's what's important. You're looking for daily bias as an intraday trader, 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. Not every trade I take is 5 to 10 minutes. That YM trade was like 15, 20. I don't know how much it was, but yeah, exactly. Because I'm trading at the time of the day where the daily range is likely to unfold. You do not use volume profiles and footprints. I personally do not. No. It would be too much, and I don't think I need it. I don't feel like I'm, my ability to read where price is going to go is very good. So, what's the N doing M? What? How long does it take to withdraw a payment for it to enter your bank account? Depends what prop firm. Alpha futures, the whole process can be like 2-3 hours. Long before you log off? Relatively soon. Just answering the last couple of questions. I did a backtest on FAQs and I noticed that the ones that form quick, candle done with a lot of volume are more likely. 100%, bro. Speed is such a good tell. Speed is one of the best indications. This is the trade, guys. For everyone that's not in the Discord. But when I trade my account, I have to trade it on my phone. NQ now, sideways or retracement higher, in my opinion. You have proof. There you go, brother. 100%. Speed is very important. And how far along are we staying in inefficiencies? Exactly. How long are we staying in them? That's true. How long does it take to form a fair value gap? How fast does it form? And how much time do we spend in it? Very important. 11:30 lunch macro. I wouldn't say reversal, but these highs look good to me. Or it's possible consolidation to previous day low, or a continuation to previous day low on NQ. Although I like the S&T there. How much percent I risk on funded account? 4% max loss. 0.5 sounds good to me. 0.25 sounds great. Anywhere from 0.25 to 0.5, in my opinion, is solid. Yo, is JJ here? JJ, were you full porting longs the whole day? 947 entry. Short? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, and I actually wanted to take it, but my only objective was org fill, and it was 1.4, so I didn't. Yeah, sure, obviously. That's the only I saw that trade. I don't know if you were in the live stream, but I tape readed that, and it was only 1.4. Now I guess in hindsight, stop loss at the body is around 2R. I don't want to take a trade where I have to be right, and if I'm right, I only make that much money. You get what I mean? Like over here, I can be wrong about previous day low, but I can still break even here. It's gonna go up or down right now, and my best case scenario was 1.4R. I don't like that. Like I don't mind taking trades for 1 or 2R. Like I don't mind that, but if my best case scenario and I have to be right, meaning like this is SL or TP 1.4R. Like see how this trade, it could have came here then came back. I can manage, but this trade didn't really offer that. About the buy one get one in full ported both ways. You want to be careful when you do that. I wouldn't do that again. But I have to build a buffer to get a payout. Okay, so you're gonna want to over leverage and blow your account trying to build a buffer. I don't think that's smart, but it's up to you, I guess. Take care, Defy. Yo, is TP5 in here? I saw in the corner of my eye you banned someone. Was that guy talking shit or what? Activation fee is not waived, but you don't have to pay the monthly fee on account too. Nate, who's spamming? Nate, did you take any shorts? Yeah, I took the short here. Took it on YM today. $10.10. 10.10's not bad. I also tape read 10.10. It depends what you were aiming for. I don't think 10.10's a bad trade. That's my protraction model. Swept the high. Silver bullet for value gap. 10.10's not bad. Just depends what your target. Like if were you aiming for org low or this low. Like how bearish were you? Because if you're looking for something like this, unless you're on an eval trying to like scalp some money, I don't think that's the best trade. But if you believed in the equal lows weren't there. But if you were aiming for that sell side, 1-to-1, yeah. If you like broke even, after the low was taken, maybe it's not a bad idea then. Assuming as long as you covered risk, I don't think it's bad. As long as you know what that trade can give you, like it's a scalpish. Yeah, I took one trade today. You can trade PM session? Maybe, actually. If we reverse here, like if we start reversing this, maybe PM lunch. But I'll see what lunch does first. Yeah, I took it on the live account. Honestly, it was just a little bit too clean. I had to sign in and really lock in there. I didn't anticipate something like that to form. Gatie ban check. Yeah, let me ban that guy. Drew Lawson, how about I make you a moderator, bro, and you can ban these fuckers too. You have a dog? No. Now, if it forms, yeah, you could look for long count. YM's already reversing. Wait, this is a screenshot. I'm tripping. I've been looking at a screenshot this whole time saying YM's bullish. No, YM actually does look bullish. 5-minute CISD from previous day's low. Yo, YM actually looks really bullish right now. Why do you take the trades on your phone? Because two reasons. One, over here, what you see on the screen, this is the mini chart. Okay? I don't want to execute the mini. I don't want to trade the mini on any of my accounts, actually. Don't have the capital really to be trading minis. So I want to chart the mini. I want to watch the mini. I want to study how the mini forms. All my analysis, I want to do it on the mini. But I don't want to execute on the mini. Does that make sense? So for my sake, the easiest way to do that would be to just keep the mini chart open and execute on my phone. Now, I also have a second monitor, which I'm trading my funded accounts on for the micro. So I don't have to do annotations there, right? I can just trade. So that's for that. Why isn't anything better on the mini? The mini chart is, how do I put this? Let's put it like this. The micro has more wicks. as simply put. And there's a reason behind that. It's because the micro chart, the books are thinner. There's less going in. So if you want to say it in terms of absorption, when price moves up and we fill a lot of orders. So the way price books, I don't know if you guys know this, but the way price books, let's say there's a bunch of orders here. Okay. This is, I'm not saying this is what moves price. I'm saying this is when we see price tick up and down, like when we see, like, not price tick up and down, but when we see like 6535, 6536, like when that number shows up, where does that come from? What the fuck just happened? That price comes through filling of orders. So, okay. So what does that mean? That means if, let's say there's 100 orders in this blue box, okay? I'm going to explain this to you guys. Let's say there's 100 orders on this blue box. If there's a lot of buy orders coming in, I'm not saying that's moving price. I think it's algorithmic buying. That's how I see it. So when I say buy orders are moving in price, I personally believe it as algorithmic buying, which means nothing can stop it. Algorithmic buying come in, we take up all the orders. If there's more buy, listen, this is not a theory. This is literally in the CME, in the CFTC rules. Not the rules, but like there's a pamphlet that I read. I'm assuming it's legit because it's from the CME and CFTC. If enough buy orders come in and they take up all the liquidity resting here, that's how price books, for example, at this price point. Because all the buying that took place, whether it's algorithmic or whatever you want to believe, supply levels, everyone clicking at the same time, or algorithmic spamming buy orders, whatever you want to believe, doesn't matter. The context for booking price is the same. We take out all the liquidity here. So all the liquidity resting here gets taken up. And that books price at that price level. The last traded price is what we see here. So if we buy, and all the sell orders, like, it's not the strength, but it's the, yeah, I guess it kind of is the strength. Like the amount of orders that can overtake the pending sell orders. So market buys will push price. That also includes stop orders too. That's very important. And we book that price, then we get that price level. So why does this matter with micro and mini? The micro would have less orders pending here. Okay? That's why this is the whole point I'm trying to get to. So if the mini, let's say, has 1,000, let's just say 1,000 orders, 1,000 orders on mini, let's say 900 orders on micro, okay? Why does the micro put in the wick? Because so let's say there's 1,000 orders, okay? And then you see 1,001 buy orders. Price will fill at the last traded price. On the micro, it's going to go through because there's only 900 there. So it's gonna seek into the next block, I guess, if you want to say, right? It's going to seep through because it's going to fill the 900, but it's going to keep going because there's 100, and then they say there's 1K market buys, right? It's going to fill through into the next portion. That's why you see the micro have usually a greater wick. That's one thing. Two, it's just about consistency. I don't want to keep swapping back and forth. Sure, maybe sometimes trading the micro will benefit you, but I think the most important thing is just picking one and sticking to it. So for me, I stick to the mini. I always chart the mini. Stick to the mini, chart the mini, stay consistent with the mini, execute the micro. You know, sometimes I get wicked out. I get wicked out on the micro, and the mini, the trade plays out. It happens. What can I do about it? You know, as long as I'm staying consistent, that's what matters. Not much I can do. That does happen sometimes, and whatever. That's not a bad reason to lose a trade. I don't have a mentorship. I just be here. Been trading so I started learning trading in June/July 2023. I started learning ICT in September 2023. I officially started trading January 1st, 2024. That's when I officially started placing trades on a funded account. What's the difference between the zero and standard? Zero is cheaper, but you can take smaller payout. Standard is a little bit more expensive, but you can get bigger payouts. Also, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it, realistically. completely filled out the org on Friday 5th, or is it just something? No, I think it's important. That's definitely important. That's a liquidity void. No orders there were filled. How long did it take for you to become profitable after started placing trades? Depends. What's your definition of profitable? I always get asked this question. How long did it take for you to become? What's your definition? My definition? I've always been profitable since day one. Since my first payout, I was in profit with my business of trading, and I've stayed in profit. I don't make a shit ton of money though. Like I don't make like, I mean, this year was pretty good, so I guess this year, you know, this year was I made good money from trading, so maybe that's the answer. Until you were consistent. Consistent with what? Like I've consistently made more than I put in. Does that count? For me, yeah. Until I consistently made a lot of money. Depends what a lot of money is. I guess the last like 8 months. I guess I had a string of payouts in I think it was June. I had like a string of payouts in June that kind of set like a little bit of a domino effect. Like since 1st of January, you consistently making more money than putting in? Well, my first payout was March 2020. Holy shit, 2023, huh? Damn. First payout was a year and a half ago almost. Yeah, like I was always making more than putting in. Cuz I listen, I was never the kind of person to be honest, I didn't even have the money at the time. Like even if I wanted to gamble evals, I didn't even have the money. I simply just had to so in terms of yeah, if it's I mean March was my March 2023. That was my no, March 2024, sorry. March 2024 was my first ever payout. And since then, I've always made more from payouts than, you know. Did I make a shit ton of money at the beginning? No. I had a lot of break even months, but I wasn't like spamming evals and fundeds. So, I don't know. It depends. I would say like I don't know. I really don't even know how to answer the question. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of guy when this pisses people off so much because I always do this. When somebody asks me a question, I always answer with a follow up question because I just cannot just give you the answer you're looking for until I know like exactly what you're asking. You'll notice it now that I said it. Like I'm always gonna ask a follow up question. My biggest payout was like mid four figures. Where did you learn from? ICT. That's it. Just on YouTube. All free. Never paid for anybody. Just started with my first eval in June this year. Proud of you, bro. You think ICT is enough for just being consistent? Oh, do I think? I know. I mean, I'm doing it. I mean, in my opinion. I would say these last 6 months though. My first payout was March 2024. I passed my Alpha Futures account only 3 months ago into trade. Nice, that's really good, bro. Nice. Good, Elena. Passed one Apex and one. Nice, bro. I bought two evals in my life and passed both of them. Well done. How did you gather money to get accounts initially? Well, I first started trading when I was in school. I was still in school. And when I was in school, I had a school job. So I saved up. That's how I first started. Um, Now I did some stupid stuff. So I kind of lost that money. I have had some 10K months. Not every month though. Um, I had a school job. And then school finished. And I didn't have that much money. You guys want to know what I did? I'm not even joking to you guys. I used to when I was studying ICT, I would download the videos on my laptop, and I would take my car. It wasn't even my car; it was my dad's car. I didn't have a. Well, actually, no, I did have a car at the time. I had a car, so I had a car. I was very fortunate to have a car, and I took my car and I was listening to ICT, and I would open up DoorDash. If you guys don't know, anyone can be a DoorDash driver. You just apply and they accept you. They don't give a shit. I opened up DoorDash. I sat there with ICT, and I would watch ICT because I was gonna watch ICT anyways. I was already taking notes and studying, so I was like, I might as well do it while I'm DoorDashing. And sometimes I got no deliveries, but I would do it for like 2 hours. I would do it for like 2, 3 hours, and sometimes I made a lot of fucking money, bro. Bro, there were some days, I'm not even joking, I worked for like 2, 3 hours and made like $150. So like averaging like 50 to like 60 an hour. And there were some days I made zero, so it's not consistent. But shit, bro, like there were days that I could purchase one or two evals from. So I guess when you're broke, you don't want to be spending. If you have a job, you probably like spending more. Although I would recommend you just get a job, to be honest. If you have no money, you should get a job. Monthly? Nah, per day. I just bought a laptop to work, send the car and watch ITT intro. There you go, bro. So that's what I did. Is 150 bucks like big money? I don't live in America, so I don't know. 150. That's like at the time I was using Top Step. That would be enough for like one Top Step account. Yep, I'm gonna go to. Someone said, "What am I gonna do after?" I'm gonna go to the gym and go to the hot tub. Hopefully, I don't get anyone sick. I'll wear a mask. I want trading to buy me a car until September 2026. Yeah, very possible. I mean, what car do you want? You want a brand new M5? Or are you okay with just your first car? It's 5K enough? Oh, it's 5K enough. This guy's greedy. Yeah, 5K is a lot more than enough, bro. A lot more than enough. I do have a sauna. I've never been in it, though. You think during the lunch macro there will be a rotation to the upside? Very possible, yeah. That's what I would. Do I think so? I don't know. I'm neutral. It's 50-50. Could you sit here and wait for it to be less than 50-50? Like wait for it to show you. Like, for example, you have an idea. Lunch macro retracement. Okay. What would you want to see to show you that that idea might pan out? I would start on dollar. Dollar is somewhat moving lower. Consolidation, though. I'm going to be honest, though. Don't fucking trade this. I don't trade up. Like, and any other day, yeah, this much consolidation in lunch, just close the chart. 1150 macro. I'm 16 and I want an M5 pretty accurate. I think you get to a point where, like, bro, someone could give me like a shit ton of money and I probably still would not buy a new car. Like, I really would not. What influenced you to not take the 2 million IPG? This one? I pretty much did. That's pretty much the trade I took. I just didn't take it on NASDAQ. Took it on YM. Because the reason I took it on YM is because I thought previous day's low was like, I was a little bit scared. Scared, yes, fear. That NQ was going to go sideways and YM was just going to take previous day's low and it was going to be choppy for these indices. That's why I took it on YM. Because YM had been pretty trending the whole day. So I thought YM continuation was likely to previous day's low. Um, so yeah, I was fearful at this point that NQ was not going to deliver. My goal is to make enough money from trading to go to Vegas and make enough money from Vegas to buy an M5. Valid, can we see your setup? I can post a picture in Discord. You got demolished today. What's the question between YM and that? Same as ES. Should be in sync. I'm gonna get to you level. Is it JJ? Are you capping, bro? Just want a 4K city car. Yep. Yeah. Nah, you can, bro. You can even get a not even a bad one. Yeah, I gotta end the stream, guys. I gotta go over to the gym. Appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow. I'll be honest. Listen, I don't like giving people advice. I really wouldn't trade this. Um, I wouldn't trade this. It's JER 40. I would, if you're gonna trade JER 40. Is there a German dollar index? There is, right? Like a German DAX performance index has is this. Whatever the German dollar is, I don't know. Use that though. The reason they kind of move the same, I'll tell you why, but it's not a good thing. The reason they move the same is because so German index is based on German dollar, which is euro dollar, right? I probably sound stupid as shit right now, but it's euros, right? Yeah. So it's euro. So if you guys didn't know, euro USD moves pretty much the same as Nasdaq. Not because they're correlated, but because they're both inverse correlated to dollar index. Literally everything relates to dollar index. If you just find the correlation with dollar index, you'll find synergy. If Nasdaq goes up, all the foreign currencies are most likely also going up unless there's some manipulation taking place. Why? Because dollar is going down. If dollar is bearish, gold, foreign currencies, index, that means euro USD, that means all of them. They're all moving, they're all inverse correlated to dollar. What's good, Turbo? Never use euro? No, I'm not saying use euro for correlation. I am Arab. Euro is not correlated to Nasdaq. Euro is inverse correlated to dollar, which is Nasdaq's also inverse correlated to dollar. So I guess they're alike in that sense. I am Arab, bro. If I told you my first name, you'd know right away. Salam Habib, what's up, bro? I think I've seen you live before. Hold on, let me check this. I have to see your face. I feel like I've. Oh, I do watch your live sometimes. What's up, bro? I like the way you trade. Well, I don't know exactly how you trade, but I like the way you're disciplined. You're calm. Uh, don't do this to me, bro. Uh, Habibi, I can read I don't know what the first part is. So, the Luke. I know I know the second word's Habibi. I don't know what the first word says. I'm not that good at reading, but to be honest, it looks weird. Oh, cause it's supposed to be left to right. I think that's why it's weird. Shauk. We took the one trade on YM today. Weirdly enough. Bro, you're gonna call me a fake Arab now. Hold on. I'm gonna screenshot that and I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, a lot of Turbo fans. Alright, let me see if I can read this. Yo, I net. Oh, K effect. K. I see it now. I'm good, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through. I'll drop you a follow as well. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, that's that's big money, bro. We're gonna give that. I'm gonna give that all back to the community. That's a. To be honest, I don't even know. I've never claimed any money from TikTok. Yo, appreciate you, Turbo, man. Appreciate you. Yo, shout out Turbo. I think he primarily trades Asia Session Gold. I'm not sure exactly how he trades, but he is very calm. I don't like watching people who they're not calm. You know, they're like jumping out of their seat, and if you do that, I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest. I liked watching calm people. Turbo was very calm. What happened? Turbo sent some galaxies, man. Holy. I'm not exactly sure what that does. That's a lot of galaxies, bro. One, two. What the hell? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Holy shit. It's a lot of galaxies. Appreciate you, Turbo. Yeah, I like seeing the Arab trader, bro. It's like, when you're at the market and your cashier is also Arab. It's like the best, Or your doctor's Arab. Like, come on, bro. I'm not trying to be racist or prejudiced, but if I walk in and my Arab says, Salam, brother. Come on. I know I'm taken care of. I know he's taken care of. We usually end up in the gas stations or mechanic shops. Yo, the mechanic shop. Yo, if you live in Michigan or like Dearborn, every single road has an Arab mechanic shop. All of them. All of them. I live in Canada, but you live in Michigan, you probably already know. The 2-for-1 alpha is valid on resets. I wouldn't reset just because I'm not sure. Just close it and Dearborn, my ex lives there. She ended up marrying an Albanian dude. Her loss, man. Her loss. Was she Arab? Switched up fully, huh? That's your bias bearish? My bias is not bearish. She was Arab. Oh, that's weird. That doesn't happen often, eh? Albanian and Arab. Maybe they broke up too, bro. Not that you should be keeping tabs. None of that. Tuition. And my prejudice tells me. Gotta diversify? You know what? I've never met like a not cool Albanian. Albanian people are cool. Leather jackets and everything. You think gold? I don't really trade gold, but I would trade gold the exact same way I trade Nasdaq. I have backtested gold. If I'm bullish on Nasdaq, I was bullish on gold going into the week, but it's still early. We'll probably take out previous day's low. Probably take out previous day's low. Appreciate you coming through, Turbo, man. I really do appreciate it. I'm sick, so I don't seem that appreciative, but I am really appreciative. What trade you take today? I took a trade on YM, weirdly enough. It was this trade. I posted it in my Discord. I took it on my live account. I don't normally trade YM, but the objective was really clear for me on YM, and it was not that clear for me on the Nasdaq, so I opted out of trading the Nasdaq. Just one of those moments where everything aligned. YM move like gold too? Yes. Okay. Just to be clear, gold is not correlated to YM, ES, or Nasdaq. However, they have the same correlation to dollar index. Meaning, if dollar goes up, gold, foreign currencies, NQ, ES, YM should be going down. Not always. Sometimes they're out of sync. But most of the time, if there's going to be a significant price move, gold goes up, means Nasdaq and will follow, and then dollar is the opposite. Dollar index is very powerful in that sense. Like if I told you dollar is just gonna pump the next 4 or 5 days, you should expect a sell-off on the opposing currencies. Like, that's a really strong indication, right? Like a weak or strong dollar is a really strong correlation for higher or lower prices. Like the dollar, like the US dollar is gaining or losing value. That's a very significant thing. That it's not like that's gonna happen and then everything else just goes sideways. That doesn't make sense. So don't use it in terms of SMT. Use it in terms of just intermarket analysis and understanding what's gonna happen, right? If dollar is bullish, and when I say bullish, I don't mean like 5-minute inversion fair value gap. I mean like dollar is going to move higher. No, it's with everything. It's everything, Louis. You look at the daily chart. Find the most clean price runs. You'll see. Look at YM, for example. This huge sell-off on dollar. It's a very nice rally on YM. I'm not talking about using SMT 1 minute, equal highs. No, I'm talking like if dollar is bullish on the higher time frame, the others are almost always going to be bearish. It may take a while to sync up, but you'll see that price run. It's very nice. How long you been going gym? I haven't been as good as I've wanted. Um, Yeah, Turbo's a great guy, man. Turbo's a really good guy. There's not a lot of um, calm, disciplined traders who lose on live stream, stay composed, keep trading, calms the chat when he loses, saying it's part of the game, and then we'll win. He wins a lot too. I don't keep like the most tabs, but I always watch other people's live stream and like leave a comment, show my love, support. I think everyone, not everyone should live stream, but I think everyone should start their brand. There's a lot of hate, yo. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna go to the gym. There's a lot of hate towards new people who start making content and promoting a code or mentorship. Listen, if you're scamming someone, I'm not supporting you. But for everyone else who's just starting out, I think it's a good thing. There's so much hate. I think people are just scared of the competition. They don't want more people to come up. I think everyone should do it. I think everyone should do it. I use Wise. Yes. Can you tell me how long it takes for a payout to land after approval? So let's say Alpha Futures, for example, because that's usually where I get my payouts from. My last Alpha Futures payout, I requested it. It came in like 2 hours. So okay, I requested it. They processed and approved it within like an hour, and then it hit my Wise within like an hour. The whole process, and then from Wise to my bank account. That one, it depends on the size of the payout. For that one, from Wise to bank account, but to enter Wise with Alpha Futures takes me like usually 2 hours. Obviously, maybe depends if it's like a weekend, but if you do it like prime time, look at the time of the screenshot. What screenshot? Is Rise good? Yeah, I have. I heard people. I have people turbo Rise. I took a trade on YM today. Yeah, took a trade on YM. I think I gotta go back into Turbo Stream and give him back these galaxies. I feel kind of bad. All right, boys. I gotta go to the gym. Now I'm just being lazy. I gotta go to the gym. If you want to see the trade I took, guys, I posted the trade here. I'll always post my trades here. Um, I post here every day. It's my journal in the Discord. Discord's free. I don't have a mentorship. I don't have a course. I do have a group of people that I work with, but that's closed, and I'm just helping them. Um, very good session. I would study this, study the OR quadrants. I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. You can send me a message. You know what? Maybe I'll hire you for like a one-time, because I have a series coming up and I need a thumbnail. I'll tell you what it is right now. Actually, message me on Discord. Message me on Discord. I don't need like a full-time guy, but I do need one for my upcoming series. So I can pay you for that if you make me a good one, though. Otherwise, I'd rather just do it myself. I'm pretty picky. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Take care. Who's your mentor? ICT. I will send you my portfolio. Take a look. Nah, I don't even need. You just let me know if you can do a good one. You don't gotta convince me. If you make me a good one, I'll pay for it. If you can't make me a good one, but you worked really hard, maybe I'll give you a little compensation. If you're down to do it like that, otherwise I'll just make it myself. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe.